Okay, so look at this. That's where your shaft started. There's just a little bit of, but it's still pretty much parallel. You're not at a bad angle like that, but not very few guys could plane the shaft like Hogan did. But look how close. Look how his elbow and his hips, everything works together. And his hands stay low and around. They don't. That's called a CP release. They're not. It's centripetal force. So that's really the inside swing and the out. A lot of those guys, like you saw with Leishman, his hands were working way to right field. Now, sure, Hogan hit a little fade, but the motion he made when he hit a draw was real similar. Just a little bit more quicker rate of closure. The club face was closing faster. But look at his right elbow. I mean, look at, now, granted, that's a short club that Hogan's hitting, okay? But his shoulders have turned 85, 90 degrees. Look at that right elbow. Everything comes down at the same time. Bam. And watch this. That shaft comes right back up the plane. He kind of held that off a little bit. My point is there's no gap between his hips and his right forearm. That forearm plane is so good. Can you imagine if you took all these moving parts out, how efficient your swing would be? Look at that. That's sickening. That's sickening how good that position is right there, bro. Look at that. Now, granted, there's a little bit more of a gap right there. Okay? So what that says is Hogan, he's hitting a shorter club. That's probably an 8 or a 9 iron, maybe even a wedge. So everything's a lot tighter. Okay? You can't swing as far and as deep as you do and get in that same position with your torso. But what I'm looking at is this right arm and elbow. In fact, let me go back a frame or two with Hogan. See right there. That's really close. What that depicts is all the lag that he had. See, essentially, you guys are really about in the same spot right here, but you've just released it a little quicker with your hands. You know, and Hogan was a pretty good player, so don't get hung up if it's not exactly like it.